Welcome back, my brothers! That's what the Jamaicans would say, I think, maybe, something like that. Make sure if you're not subscribed, just go down and hit that subscribe button. I can't emphasize enough how much it means to me, and the more subscribers in the channel, the better the builds will be. I promise you. Up today, we're gonna start where we left off last time, over here on the wiring and stuff. Maybe we can get to start with the key today. We'll just keep tinkering. Obviously, my stupid ass likes to jump around from project to project to project all the time. But as long as you keep moving, keep doing stuff, shit gets done. Let's go. All right, so you're gonna have to, Kobe, missed. You're gonna have to ignore the heater for a little bit. All right, what we're doing today is we have some 16 gauge wire. We have our relays, and we're gonna start wiring in our relays to our power, and then hopefully turn the relays on with the key ignition. That way we can start the car up with the key ignition. You know what I'm saying here. This isn't very exciting to watch, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you guys a couple things to hopefully get this build rolling. So first things first, I think we're gonna need a fuel system. So if you guys can recommend me a fuel system, like where does the factory rail maximize limit? Yeah, where does the factory rail limit itself? And what should I get for injectors? And then also like a cheap torque converter I'm gonna need. And I think that's about it. So if you guys like have a fuel system, like of any sort, this style Mustang, like a hat and some pumps, or fuel rails and shit, make sure to like message me down below and I'll get back to you guys and hopefully we can work something out. Yeah. This is gonna be a really boring part of the video, by the way, so I'm probably gonna skip a lot of it. However, I could be like this, like a street speed guy that we all know, and I could just talk to the camera and be pissed off and sad all the time, and vlog to you guys all day and just tell you about my life and just carry the camera around like this and shoot a couple clips and upload a video every fucking day about nothing, the same nonsense all the time, right? So what I did was I just joined 2 wires into one side of the relay, because each relay can take a bit of amps anyways. But 2 into 1 relay, and then this one will go in here and the other one will go in here. Voila! You can see power wires are there that feed into all those ones. Next will be main power wires are going to go opposite of that. So the 30 pin on the relay. And then we have switched power and ground to the other 2. Still a little bit of wiring to do. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm just, this will be like a grounding for the few. This is so boring, just the wiring part of the stuff, but it takes so much time. But while I'm doing this, I should mention that I did start the YouTube join program thing. It's like the subscription-based thing, but so I got rid of the Patreon that I was doing, and the Golden Fuckboys, they will always stay there, and they will be the only ones because they were the ones who supported me through Patreon. However, we did add the join button. So if you look next to the subscribe button in this video that you already should have hit, there's a join button next to it, and that'll be where our new Golden Fuckboys will be. So that'll be like exclusive live videos through YouTube. Exclusive photos, stuff like that, and then beside your name you can get like the cool little emoji things. It starts out as black, and then if you're subscribed for like a whole month, you get red, and then it goes to blue, and then it goes to golden. That's the new thing. Here's all our boys who joined today from our live stream. Shout out to you guys. I noticed most of you guys are from Patreon already. I'm closing that down, but the longer you stay, the higher your loyalty badge is. So, new member, you get black, 1 month, blue, red, and then 6 months you're a golden fuckboy. Fuckboy gang! This shit is so boring. So the goal here is to get the car to crank over with the key, so all our electronics are hooked up. I might not have enough power wire for the starter or for the battery power and grounds. I'll have to go buy it, but that's what we're working on right now. Oh, and conveniently, watch this. If we leave our alternator right here, let me see. So we leave our alternator right here. This is like the factory alternator power wire to the fuse box, and it literally bolts up right there. That would work pretty sick. So what we added here is our grounding circuit for our 3 relays. So you just have to ground this wire or add power, whatever. This is going to be the switching, so power is going to come to here. So power is going to come to the opposite side of this one on all of these three. And that's either going to be turned on by ignition, this one's going to ground it, or this is going to get grounded, and this is going to have constant power. So either way. And shit. Sick, I found some red, like, cool 18 gauge wire that I had laying around, and I'm totally going to use it. And my dick is this big. Plus this big. I'm just gonna use extra because I don't know where I'm gonna get my ignition source from. My key-own ignition source. Like a redneck. And I ain't saying anything bad about rednecks because you guys are probably half my subscriber base and I'm one of you. I'm just not born where you were born. But my neck is still red and my bread is still white. Bam! And that's our power wire down here. This one that loops to these. And now we just need our main powers that go to the battery. And then everything comes out this side. And then it should be good. That's it. I also don't have any red like 12 gauge wire, and that's what I want to use. So I'm gonna use black and just, yep. It's kind of thick and definitely gonna overdo it, but I'd rather overdo it than underdo it, if you know what I mean. Because everything in my life isn't bigger than it's supposed to be. That was a wiener joke. So this is what our final thing is looking like. These are going to be power wires, super overkill. I know. These are like, this is fuse big enough for like a fuel pump. Yeah, and then this one's going to feed all our powers. This is going to ground, and then the rest go from the relays over to the fuses into the harness. Oops. Easy peasy, titty squeezy. And now we'll just use some ticky tape to tie it all up. So these get ticky taped together. And that's that. Look how neat it is now, boys. We did a thing. And I suck at wiring, so if I can do it, you can do it too. So many wires now. So we're gonna throw this battery tray back in here for now. I have to find some bolts for it, because I don't remember which bolts go for it. Cool. So these wires have to go to here. Oops. Oopsie, camera was off. We crimped some ends on here for now. I left it a little long just in case we want to change the end style. There's actually a nice little convenient spot in here that we can add our wires to right there. But that requires a different socket on my ratchet. Butterfingers. Neato. That was awesome, actually. I'm assuming, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but since this, no. I was saying I could probably use this wire for the alternator, so I don't have to run another wire. But I don't know if this is going to get 12 volt power without an ECU anymore. Only one way to find out, I guess. This wire goes to the starter. I just don't know if it's going to reach all the way to the other side. So we can try. Put it over there. So, we took the factory wire, we ran it along here. It goes under the front of the engine, like where the rack is. And you wouldn't believe this, but actually you might believe it. That wire right there, it actually reaches. It's the one that's not connected right now. That's not connected, but it fits right on that bolt. Boom, that's it. And then this one is, I'm guessing, for the key. Okay, so technically speaking here, whoa, it zoomed in. If I take our two ignition wires here that we had done with the thing and the bob and the whatever it was, and we strip those of their flesh-eating exterior coats, and hook up to this battery, our relays should turn on in the ECU. Ha! You can hear it. It's like clickety click clack clack. That's ECU power right there, baby! Okay, what's next? So that's that. I want to take this turbo off real quick. I want to take the turbo off because there's no oil going to it, and that would be bad times. Let's get our battery cables out again. Now this right now is powering what would be all the factory bullshit. So probably like the brake lights and the trunk light and stuff. Yeah, I can see the brake lights are on right now because there's something on the brake pedal. So that's factory stuff. Key. Let's just see if the starter cranks over. No, which makes sense because the starter probably gets its signal from the stock ECU. So we're gonna have to put a starter with the ignition turned forward. All right, so the other thing I want to try now is to try and see if our wiring right here works to start the car. So if we go like this, power, in theory, should start. And then this is our starter wire right now, so this will turn it off. Okay, so something didn't work there. Me so confusey. Me no confusey. Did I break it? Oh, fuck, I'm dumb. I feel like the biggest stupid idiot loser face I've ever seen in my life. I deserve every meme that everyone's ever made about me. No one's made a meme about me. Only about those Kyle memes. My name is Kyle. I'm feeling personally attacked right now. I've been tagged every day, twice a day, 7 times a day, for the last 8 weeks. What's going on? And it's all got to do with Monsters. Like, you guys are just assuming that every Kyle drinks Monsters. How do you baptize a kid named Kyle? Tagged. Red Bull's better than Monster. Tagged. Tattoo of Monsters. Tagged. Every day, guys. Tagged. So cut the shit. I don't know where you guys got the stereotype. Not every Kyle likes Monsters. You guys are stressing me out. I need a goddamn drink. Stressing me out. Okay, let's see. Screw this in now. Stop it. And now, this wire. And this one turns it on and off. God, I'm stupid. That's all, folks. I'm sorry for having the short episode. I am looking for recommendations on like a fuel system. Like I said, what I can do budget-wise with the fuel system. I don't know which rails and stuff works. Maybe if you want to link some rails that'll bolt into that with the style injectors I should use. The fuel system is probably the biggest one right now. I need to get a radiator, a torque converter, and a flex plate, and then some sort of drive shaft, and I think that's it. I have to get oil feed and return lines, but all that stuff I can figure out on my own. And this just for fun. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, more subscribers, guys, the better the builds are going to be. This is just the start. This is just some haggard ass thing I was trying to do on a budget. Went a little bit over what my budget was supposed to be. The next build after this, I promise that I'll start with a better budget than this thing. And I won't fuck with this as often. Anyways, sorry, I'm rambling. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, I guess. Peace.